Hi, welcome back. I'm Richard Bentley, this is Bodmin Road Church, and this is Seekers and Cynics, where we tackle every week questions about faith, about God, try and answer some of your questions about Christianity, or try and tackle people's objections. And last week I started a number one of a little two-part series thinking about belief and truth. And does it matter what we believe? Is that just a matter of taste? Or is there some objective truth? And those were the things I was trying to grapple with, because many people say to me, well, you believe what you like and I'll believe what I like, and that should be fine. And I wanted to dig beneath the surface of that and just question it a little bit. So what we saw last week is that there are two types of statements. There are statements which correspond with reality, and there are statements which are just about my own taste, my own preference. So statements which correspond with reality are either true or false. Okay, so a statement like the moon is made of cheese, okay, that one's false. Obviously, speed of light is 186,000 miles a second, that one's true. Fairies live at the bottom of my garden, pretty sure that one's false. Okay, those sorts of statements, they are statements about reality, and reality rules. It's reality that decides. I can believe in fairies as sincerely as I like, but ultimately it's reality that rules and that determines. And I might think the moon is made of cheese, but actually, if the reality is otherwise, then reality wins. Okay, and it's important that we try and match our statements up and our beliefs up with what is really real, what's out there in reality. And the second category are preferences, taste. So something like somebody might say classical music is wonderful. Well, to one person it might be, but to another not so. Or somebody might say this cake is really tasty. Well, to one person it might be, but to another not so. So there are many things that are just about our preference. And there can be contradictions between our preferences and tastes, and that's fine because we're all different. So that's what we did last week, and the question today is, well, which of those categories do our beliefs come in, our faith beliefs, our spiritual beliefs? Are they a matter of taste? Well, we're all different, so each to his own, whatever you like. Or are they in that first category where actually, ideally, our faith statements need to correspond with reality? Okay? That's what I want to think about today. And many people would say, well, surely faith is a matter of taste, it's a matter of preference, it's a matter of what you're comfortable with, and you can have your faith and I can have mine. It's in that taste category. I want to put it to you that it's a mistake to think like that there's an error there, and I want to try and just unpack that a little bit. People often say that because, of course, we cannot prove or disprove our faith statements, okay? If I say the moon is made of cheese, well, you can do some scientific research to prove that that is false, okay? If I say I believe there is a God, there is no piece of scientific work you can do to either prove or disprove that statement. And that's why people generally put faith in that category of, well, it's just down to your own personal taste. But we need to think a little bit more carefully, a little bit deeper than that. Just because a statement of belief cannot be proved either way, doesn't mean that it's just a matter of preference or a matter of taste. Because when we make a statement of belief, we are making a statement about reality. There is a corresponding reality which determines whether what we've said is true or false. So actually, statements of belief are in that first category. They're about reality. We may not be able to do the scientific proof, but the statement is still a statement about reality one way or the other, even if, as I say, we don't know exactly what that reality is. So the statement, God exists, or I believe God exists, well, that is either true or false. It's a statement about reality. Either there is a God or there isn't a God. Okay? And however sincerely I might believe that God exists, if in reality he doesn't, then my belief is false, wrong, and I'm deluded, and it's not helpful to believe stuff that's wrong. Reality rules. Yeah? Just because we may not be able to access that reality scientifically, that doesn't mean it's not there. There is still a reality against which our statements of faith are either true or false. Okay? So, if the reality is that there is no God, then all statements of all religions are false. They're wrong. Okay? They're not just nice ideas that we can have as our personal taste. No, they're wrong. They're false. They're lies. If, on the other hand, there really is a God, in reality, out there, then atheism is wrong. It's a lie. Okay? Let me get down to some more specific statements, such as Jesus rose from the dead, or Muhammad is God's prophet. Those statements, again, just by logic, are either true or they are false. Okay? Either Jesus rose from the dead or he did not. Either Muhammad is God's prophet or he is not. What you can't say is it's just a matter of taste. No, it's a matter of reality. We might struggle to know that reality. It's not subject to scientific investigation, but it is still reality, and those statements, therefore, are either true or they are false, depending on whether they match with that objective reality. Okay? Our beliefs either correspond to reality or they don't. So atheism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, they are not like coffee cake, chocolate cake, lemon drizzle cake, and carrot cake. Okay? All equally good, and it's just a matter of your taste, your preference. It's not the same case. In the case of atheism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, or on the other world religions, somebody is right and somebody is wrong. Somebody's views match up with reality and somebody's don't. Okay? They can't all be right. If atheism is right, then every single religion on this planet is deluded and wrong. Okay? If atheism is right, in other words, if atheism corresponds to reality, then I'm wrong. I'm deluded. Equally, if Christianity is right, and by right I mean it corresponds to that external reality, then atheism is wrong, and every other religion too. If Islam is true and right, in other words, if the teachings of Islam correspond with that external reality, then Christianity is false, and atheism is false on that ground. So I want to challenge all of us, whoever you are listening to this, Christian, atheist, Muslim, Hindu, to ask not what beliefs do I prefer, what do I like best, what suits me, but to ask the question, do my beliefs correspond with that external reality? Hard as it may be to assess that, but that's the question we must ask. Yeah, I know there's no laboratory test you can do, but that reality is still there. Either there is a God or there isn't. Either he's called Jesus or he isn't. Okay? And our life task, our life goal, our vital quest should be to do our very best to ensure that what we believe does correspond to that external reality. Reality does not change. It does not change for the sake of my sincerity. It does not change regardless of who believes a certain thing or doesn't. Reality is fixed. And so we must do the work. And we must never make the mistake of thinking we can just believe anything because it's a matter of preference. No, we've got to work hard to try and make sure that what we do believe is matching with that external reality. We've got to commit as best we can to that search for truth. We won't ever have proof in these matters because statements about God are not the same as statements about the moon. They can't be scientifically checked. But they are still either true or false. And our goal, if we are genuine searchers, must be to sift the signposts, the pointers, the evidence, and there's a great mass of it, on that quest and that's search for truth. Don't ever settle for just saying, I'll think what I like, I believe what I like. That's foolish. You know? You've got to try and really find what is objective, what is true.